Hey dabbers, and welcome back to another Dab 2000 video. And today I will be ranking the DCEU characters. And if you haven't seen my last video, which I ranked some of the DCEU films that I have seen. So you have a good, if you've seen that video, you have a good idea what characters I'm going to pull from those movies. It's because those are the only movies I've seen in the DCEU. So I'm going to pull characters from there. But I'm not just ranking the characters. I'm ranking the heroes of the movie. So basically the good guys of the story. The protagonist is Junior's being an army soldier and crawling on the floor right now. Watch.
Oh.
I just stepped on him.
Say, oh.
Alright, alright, so we're gonna,
I'm keeping that.
yeah. Sorry. Sorry about that, Dabbers. So, there is 22 heroes I have chosen from every movie that I thought was important enough to add on this list. Junior has not seen all of these, so he might comment on some. He might just get my reaction on who I put on the list and above who and stuff, so let's just get started. Coming in at number 22, I have George Clooney's Batman at the end of The Flash.
Bruh. Bro, actually.
Hey, look, I wanted to put a joke one on here, so basically, no one likes George Clooney's Batman. Batman and Robin is probably the worst Batman movie and one of the worst movies ever made, so he's at the bottom of the list. Sorry, George Clooney. Like you as an actor, not as Batman, though. At number 21, I have...
Is he even in it, like?
He's in Ocean's 11.
Never seen that.
Okay, good for you. Coming in at number 21, I have Iris West. Now, this is the girl Flash likes that, Flash likes in The Flash. Another person from The Flash. She's not a she's a love interest for, like, a little bit in the movie. But Iris West is an actual superhero in the comics, and she talks to animals, and I think, or turns into animals. Either one. She's cool in the comics, but just kind of brought down in this movie. 20, I have Mira, probably for obvious reasons. She's not that good.
What's she in?
Aquaman 1 and 2.
Oh, is that his wife?
Yeah. Yeah. She's just not that great. Alright, 19, Dr. Stephen Sheen. Bro, you're thinking MCU. Technically Jimmy Woo in the DCEU. It's the same actor and he plays the same character just in the DCEU. So, this is basically Jimmy Woo. He wouldn't be on this list at all if it was just from the first Aquaman movie, but he becomes a way bigger part in the sequel. So,
Who is he?
huh?
Is he his dad? Aquaman's dad?
No, Jimmy Woo in the DCEU. Jimmy Woo.
Who does he play?
He's the guy that works with Black Manta throughout the whole movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's him. And he wouldn't be on this list if it was just the first Aquaman, but he got majorly improved in the second one, so I had to add him on this list. He's a side character. He moves the story forward. That's about it. 18. Yeah. 18, I have Jor-El, which, if you don't know who that is Superman's dad in Man of Steel. I mean, he saved Superman from Zod attacking the Earth and everything. Not Earth. Krypton.
Universe.
Krypton universe? What are you talking about?
I got it.
Alright, so basically, he saved Superman from dying. So, that counts as a hero, but not that big of a part in the movie. 17, Nyrus is basically Willem Dafoe's character in Aquaman. And, you know, he trains Aquaman in the first movie. That's about it. He doesn't do that much. I mean, he helps Aquaman sometimes. He sometimes helps Orm. That's about it. You showed your hand.
You got a problem with that kid?
So, yeah, not that big of a deal in this movie. He just trains Aquaman and helps Aquaman out. So, I mean, that's all I can really say about him. 16, we have Alania, which is Aquaman's... What the heck? We have Aquaman's mom in the movie. She's okay. I mean, she did help Aquaman in the, to confront Orm in the final fight of Aquaman 1. She's not really a big role in the second sequel, but...
She's in it.
She is in it. But, I don't know. It's just okay. It's not the best. It's not the worst case. She's just there, I feel like. 15, I have the Blue Beetle family. I just combined all the family members and put them in one, except for one character, which I'll get to later.
It's Blue Beetle, obviously.
But, yeah, I feel like the family just is like one big one because, they all help Blue Beetle through the rough times. They all help in some way. They get in the Blue Beetle, car thing and help him. So, they all do the same amount of work of helping Blue Beetle. But, I don't know. I just consider them as one. Except for one character, which is coming in at number 14. I have Nana.
What?
For obvious reasons.
Wait, so you combining Blue Beetle in there?
No. Blue Beetle is a separate character, too. But, out of the family members, Nana gets her own spot on this one.
Uncle.
He's part of the Blue Beetle family.
Right.
I think Nana deserves a spot, don't you? She holding a machine gun and started shooting people. Obviously, she gets a little bit better. She's better than the rest of the family, obviously, except for Blue Beetle himself. But she's better than all the rest of them. Because she holding a machine gun and started shooting people. Obviously, she's going ahead. Alright, coming in at number 13, I have Alfred for obvious reasons. He helps Batman. And I don't know, I really do like this Alfred. And I just think he's really good at what he does as Alfred and stuff like that. So, honestly, I think Alfred is pretty good. Alright, now we're moving on to some, actual big characters that show up. They're on, the posters and everything. I think the Blue Beetle family was also on the posters and stuff. But these are, the ones that get, really major. Coming in at number 12, I have Supergirl from The Flash. And I didn't hate this version of Supergirl. This, it's basically, Supergirl doesn't crash and live with, loving parents like Superman does. She, crashes and then gets taken by, military people and stuff. Honestly, I just thought it was a cool story. And I don't know how I feel that she doesn't have that complete of an arc because she doesn't defeat the main villain of the movie, Zod. Well, he's not the main villain, but he is a villain, and she can't overcome to defeat Zod. So that's why I feel like she's weaker of, our main heroes. But she's still, better than, some of these side characters below on this list. Alright, at number 11, I have Young Flash. If you don't know who that is, it's basically Flash in the Batman suit. So, definitely not as good as the original Flash, but I think he still has a pretty good arc in this movie. He helps, the banter between Flash and Young Flash is really funny at some times. And he learns to, care for people because he didn't have the powers before, so he cares about more people now. And cares more about, other people in his life at the end of the movie. And he's like, I don't want people to die. That's a good arc. But he didn't make the top 10. At number 10, I have Cyborg. Now, I haven't seen Zack Snyder's Justice League. So, maybe he's a lot higher up than I'm putting him at. If you've seen Zack Snyder's Justice League, I haven't. But if you have, you'll probably have Cyborg higher. Probably Zack Snyder did a better job. But, from just Justice League, he's not the best. I think he's my least favorite of the Justice League members. He doesn't have that great of an arc as I wanted it to be. But he gets some cool action sequences. He gets to, defuse the mother box and everything and stuff like that. But, I wish we got more with him. And I wish we got him in like one other project before the DCEU ended, so we get more of Cyborg, because all we got from him is the Justice League movies. Alright, coming in at number 9, I have Steve Trevor, which is the love interest for Wonder Woman, and I feel like this is the best like side character that isn't a superhero in the in all the heroes, because he actually gets to become a hero. He gets his sacrifice at the end of Wonder Woman, where he goes and to the plane and like explodes or something. So it's very impactful. He's a good hero. He saves everyone, and he's just funny. But you know, he is kind of weird in Wonder Woman 1984, but he does, and then he goes into like someone else's body, and like that's him. It's a weird movie. Trust me. Go check out the last video to see where I put that movie, but man, that movie was bad. But like, honestly, I mean, he was still funny in this one. He did a couple stuff, but like not as great as the first Wonder Woman for Steve Trevor. At number 8, I have Blue Beetle. Now, I really like Blue Beetle. I think the actor that plays this person... Whoa! Junior be sprinting. I think you were wearing a green shirt, so you'll probably have some green holes in you.
I probably... Wait, who are you on now?
Blue Beetle.
I probably have Blue Beetle on my shirt.
Yeah. So, Blue Beetle... I really liked the actor who plays this, which is Miguel from Cobra Kai. I've done a ton of Cobra Kai rankings on my channel. I've done seasons, characters, final fights. Go check that out on my channel. It's somewhere down there. And honestly, I just think he captures this young person playing a superhero. Kind of like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but not as good. But he still does a pretty good job at it. I think it was great that they used a practical suit for Blue Beetle, so they can like get more stuff done, do more practical action, even though he has like he can summon any weapon he wants. So basically, it's mostly CGI because he has he just makes swords out of his hands. He has like wings and everything. But honestly, I think his development is good. I mean, it's a simple one because the movie copies a lot of stuff from other things, but still a pretty good character. At number 7, I have Orm. Now, if we're just judging off Aquaman 1, he wouldn't be on this list. He would be in my villains ranking, which is coming soon. But I think it might come after this video. But, I mean, Orm is fine. He's okay in Aquaman 1. I wouldn't even include him because he's a villain in Aquaman 1. But in Aquaman 2, he becomes the side kick for Aquaman in Aquaman 2, The Lost Kingdom. And I think he was majorly improved as a hero in that. I didn't think he was bad as a villain, but he wouldn't be on this list. So it's good to have both sides, villain and hero.
Okay.
Orm. He just left the room, Junior. Oh, Junior be sprinting! Or I think he's really funny in the one. The banter between Arthur and Orm is hilarious. And I think he got a nice arc because he said, like, he would turn himself in after he's done and everything because he knows what he did was wrong and everything. So, honestly, he has a way better arc as a hero in Aquaman 2. So that's pretty good. At number 6, I have Flash. Now, I think he's really good in the Justice League as this, like awkward kid trying to interact with all these grown-ups in the Justice League and everything. Except for Cyborg. I think Cyborg is, like, the same age as Flash or close to it. They're both, like, teenagers or whatever. I think he was way better in the Flash. He got a more arc about, like, his mother and everything. So, like, it was a way better arc in this movie and stuff like that. And honestly, I think his banner between Young Flash again was really good. And honestly, he was just a good character. Of course, Ezra Miller is a menace to society, so that's also that. Alright, we made it into the top 5. At number 5, I have Michael Keaton's Batman from The Flash. Now, I do think it's so cool to see Michael Keaton back in the role as Batman in The Flash. I think that's so cool to see him back again. I have seen all of his movies he was in. I'm not the hugest fan of him, but I can respect him in this movie. Yeah. Why, Junior? Alright. You want to come here? You don't have to get in camera. Just stay there. What do you think? Do you even like Michael Keaton's Batman?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. Alright, Michael Keaton's Batman was okay and everything. Okay, Junior. Yeah, I'm not the hugest fan of him, but I can respect him. And he was definitely, Michael Keaton was one of the best parts of the Flash movie. So, I do think he gets lifted up above Flash because he's just cooler than Flash somewhat. I think Batman is cooler than Flash in general. So, that's why he's here. At number 4, I have Wonder Woman. Now, who knew a Wonder Woman, like, movie and stuff would be this good? I think she plays this role very well, and I just think her arc is amazing. She has great chemistry with everyone, and she saves the day a lot. Like every other superhero.
Every superhero does.
I know. So yeah, she's a really good person in this movie, and one of the best. At number 3, I have Aquaman. And I just think Jason Momoa plays, like, such a good Aquaman. It's very unexpected than what you think it would actually be. Because Aquaman is kind of a dork in comics and everything else, basically. But they make Aquaman more like a Lobo, kinda.
You don't even know what Lobo does.
Yes, I do.
What?
He rides a dolphin in space. You know he does.
They should call him Aqualad.
I think Aqualad is actually a person.
No dip!
It's not Aquaman.
It's Aquaman's son, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, Aquaman's son was in Aquaman 2.
Yes.
Yeah, so, like, I feel like Aquaman's journey was really good of how he wants to become king and stuff, and he can't really balance it that well. So, he's trying to do his best, and then at the end of Aquaman 2, he does get to, like, bring the sea world to the real world and everything. So, honestly, he has a pretty good arc. Okay, we made it to the top 2. At number 2, I have Batman, which is Ben Affleck's Batman. Honestly...
Dad.
What?
Can I make a suggestion for you?
What?
For a future YouTube video?
What?
The ranking of all the Death 2000 crew.
No, I'm not doing that.
With Space Pirate?
Alright, I'm gonna continue. Batman, honestly, it was basically tied for number 1 and 2 because they're some of the best characters. But Batman is really cool. He, when we first see him in Batman v Superman, he's dark, brooding, and, like, more killing. Batman, this is, like, some of the only Batman that actually kills people. But... you know, it's a darker take on Batman. He's more broody because Superman destroyed everything, so he has to go through an arc. And then once he teams up with him, he can see the humanity in Superman. So now he wants to protect the world when we get up to Justice League, and he tries to save the world. So he has a pretty good arc in the movie, and we get him a little bit in the Flash, which is really cool. What?
I'm gonna say you just Steppenwolf, but he's a bad guy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. So, we get him, like, one last time in The Flash, which was a cool little bit. Alright, at number 1, I have Superman, though. I think I like Batman more than Superman in, like, general, but, like, in the DCEU, I think Superman is definitely better than Batman. I think... Junior.
Sorry.
I do think Superman has a better arc in this movie, and I feel like his journey is good. Of course, he, like, dies, but his death is meaningful in that situation, even though I have problems with Batman vs. Superman and the dying sequence and everything. he's still a great character, and when he comes back in Justice League, it's just really powerful and everything. So all in all, I do think Superman is number 1. Alright, what do you guys think of my ranking? Down below in the comment section, and how would you guys rank them? And if you've seen all the DCEU movies, why are you mouthing me? If you've seen all the DCEU movies, what characters would you add that I didn't in this ranking? I'll check you guys on another Dad 2000 video and another ranking. Goodbye, Dowers.
Bye.